Fear is evil's only power, one who knows. Entry submitted by one who knows at 3:47 p.m. EST on February 24, 2017. Fear is evil's only power. The cabal has been sold a lie themselves, by those who first corrupted them. Evil has no natural power and by its very nature is self-destructing. Ironically, we thought that we were the ones who lived in fear, but in fact, the cabal and their minions experience more fear than we do, and their greatest fears are now becoming manifested into reality right before their very eyes. The big lie, the cabal and their minions, are told that committing terrible evil acts such as sacrificing children and harming others will give them some sort of extra power, and it does not, and cannot. That was a big lie. The truth is that the only power we have as human beings is the ability to control our own realities through our will, known as willpower. No one has the ability to control someone else's reality. That is impossible. You can only control your own, no more and no less. Ironically, the only power they had, control of their own life, is the one power they gave away because of fear. Service to self. These cabal minions, so focused on service to self, seek this greater power over others, and by doing so, lose the power they already had over themselves. They are told that if only they would follow the dark path and commit a small evil act, they will be given the success, service to self, they so desperately want. However, the moment they make that first bad decision, they have not only increased the harm that they now draw unto themselves as a function of karma, what you sow so shall you reap, but they have given those who tricked them, power over their own lives as well. From then on, they will be blackmailed into greater and greater despicable acts and suffer greater and greater shame, guilt, self-condemnation, and fear that what they have done will someday come to light. They gave away their power over self. Each morally corrupted person, be it a politician, actor, artist, or sports star, gave away the right to control their own lives to another. They are doomed to do what their new masters tell them to do at the threat of blackmail, humiliation, public exposure, and even death. At each level of the cabal structure, are the impotent, weak and powerless, who have relinquished their power to the level above. Those who have reached the highest levels of outward success, have committed the most decadent acts, thus have the most to lose and are the most controllable. They have become the walking dead, holding great shame, self-loathing, and fear of exposure. They are very careful to keep the secrets of others, so that the others keep their secrets as well. The only power evil has, the only true power evil has is fear. It is a balance of a certain amount of success with a matching amount of horrible and blackmailable acts that hold them in check by fear. The more success they have, the more they have to lose, and the more evil acts they are required to perform to keep the success they already have. Once they have started down this path, they can never get out. They are owned by those who corrupted them. They must now serve their cabal masters out of fear of what might happen if they do not. There is no life in their eyes, as their life is not their own. They have no will, and are not permitted to decide for themselves. They have literally become voluntary slaves by their own undoing. The law of attraction by the Abraham Hicks definition is that which is like itself is drawn. It is often said that like attracts like. In short, whatever you transmit by your being, doing, thinking and saying, is then received by you as well. This can easily be understood by the demonstration of two like tuning forks. Imagine you have a tuning fork of 1000 Hz. You hit it with a mallet and it starts vibrating and transmitting that frequency. Interestingly and importantly, all other tuning forks of that same frequency are able to notice and respond to that frequency transmission, because they are tuned to that exact same frequency as well. You could say that they see you and are aware of you, because they are activated by the same frequency that you are transmitting. Here comes the karma part. If another person transmits at that same frequency of 1000 Hz, you are able to notice it and are activated by it as well, because that is the frequency of your inner tuning fork. So, that means that whatever frequency you are transmitting, good or bad, You are susceptible and forced to receive as well because every transmitter is a receiver, as well. You cannot send something out that does not come back to you. It is impossible. Whatever frequency you tune your transmission to, you tune your receiver to as well, and you get the like in return. Evil fears itself. This is why those who commit evil acts are in the greatest fear of all. Those who have evil in their hearts, transmitters, are in fear and seek protection because they are bringing it back to themselves and they know it. That is why the Cabal have created these huge underground bases where they can go and hide because they fear us. This is why they are spying on our every move because they fear us. This is why they want to kill us off because they fear us. This is why they put chemicals in our food, water and the air we breathe because they fear us. This is why they keep everything they do so secret because they fear us. They are afraid of what we might think and do should we ever find out what they have done and continue to do. They have the proverbial skeletons in their closets and they don't want them to be found. Those who have evil in their hearts can never be free of the fear that binds and disables them. Love embraces itself. Love, on the other hand, has no fear. Those with love in their hearts, transmitters, elicit love and appreciation from others. No protection is necessary since they are attracting love themselves. Only those with love in their hearts can truly be free. Love and freedom go hand in hand. Time to pay the piper. It has now time to pay the piper. It is the time of the harvest when each reaps what they have sown. Those who have committed horrible acts shall be fully exposed for all to see, and be subject to a full but equal measure of repercussions both in terms of their personal karma and community punishment. It is a time when all they fear becomes fully manifested in their experience. For those who follow a righteous path, you shall also reap what you have sown in the love and appreciation that is to come your way, and the freedom and peace you so desperately want shall be yours, forevermore. These are the times of Armageddon in which all truth is revealed, both the good and the bad. Some don't want to pay. Just as an interesting side note, it seems that some who have much to fear don't want to be exposed or suffer the wrath of the awakening public. There is only one way out of the upcoming revelation of truth, and that is by death, whether real or faked. They feel that death of who they were will somehow save them from the wrath of the public and the long arm of the law, but that is not the case. Truth by its very nature will eventually come to light, whether it is the truth of the evil acts or the truth of a fake death. We have all heard the stories of dead celebrities that are supposedly still alive. Many of those stories may turn out to be true. After all, what better way to hide than to be dead and have no one looking for you? There have been some recent deaths that are being debunked by some amateur sleuths, but I expect that they will all be found out eventually. Here are some videos of what is reported to be the new version of David Bowie, and also Joan Rivers. While I can't prove these fake death stories are true, I am quite sure that they will be proved in time. Just search faked celebrity deaths. However, these days it is harder and harder to create backgrounds for people who have faked their deaths since the internet remembers all. In the past a new identity would be easy, but now they need a past record on the net as well. And these new people don't have one. These people do not show up in any past group pictures with others because they were never there. Suffice to say, that while some are hiding deep in the ground, others have faked their deaths so they can hide in plain sight. But in all cases it is because they will soon have to face the truth and consequences of their actions in a public venue. The bottom line is that fear is the one and only power the evil ones have. Once someone has been tricked into performing some evil deed, they are on a very slippery slope which leads to a life of servitude to their cabal slave masters. They are the walking dead, as their life is not their own, as it belongs to the Satanist who tricked them out of it. By contrast, love and self-forgiveness is the only path to true freedom. It will be hard in the coming days and years for those who are recovering Illuminati victims. As they victimized others, so shall they be victimized. But, that being true, it is a time for forgiveness and healing. I am not saying that punishment and jail time is not warranted, as I think it will actually help these people pay for their sins and give them a path and chance for salvation. How lucky are we that we were not tricked and led down the path of self-destruction as they were. Many have fallen during these times when evil ruled our world, and many will still suffer for the rest of their days. We should take their experience as a lesson that leads to our own ever-growing wisdom and understanding of right and wrong. For all of those who have taken the wicked path, seek redemption, forgiveness, and salvation, for your time has come to an end. The only true power is the power of love. May you be saved by its grace, and seek its forgiveness. May we release the fears that bind us and embrace the freedom that unconditional love offers. Signed, One Who Knows.